Hi friends, welcome. My name is Brittany and I'm so grateful to be here with you today. I'm really excited to offer you this Vinyasa flow practice that's inspired by Muladhara, also known as the root chakra. This chakra is associated to feelings such as security, belonging, stability. It's where our most basic and primal needs are met, such as food, water, shelter. It's not only our stability and security physically, but in the world. So it's really important to work on this chakra, knowing that it is the first in the line of energetic bodies that holds everything else up. The way that I look at it is in terms of a building or a house. You can't build a house on an uneven foundation. So it's really important to create this firm, strong, solid foundation for the root chakra so that it can help all the other wheels of energy flow. So with that being said, we're going to be focusing a lot on the lower half of the body today. So the legs, nice strong leg sequence. As always, feel free to modify, adjust, add things, subtract things, do what feels good. The color associated with this chakra, I think it's fun to know, is it's red. So perhaps throughout this practice, you envision a nice, beautiful red glowing light located at the base of the spine, which is where Muladhara resides, right at the base of the spine, really in the pelvic floor, specifically in the perineum. The associated element to this chakra, if you haven't already guessed, since it's the base, the root, is earth. So I'll be mentioning that throughout the practice, kind of giving you that visualization of earth, of roots, not only in the feet, but also in the hands. So bringing a lot of awareness and attention to where your body is making contact with the ground. With that being said, we're going to be starting in a child's pose. So slowly start to come down. Let's first come to hands and knees. Take a moment here. Let this be your first big, deep breath of the practice here on hands and knees, spreading the fingers, shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips over the knees. Take a deep breath. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, let it go through your mouth. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, let it out. Beautiful. Allowing the breath now to flow in and out through the nose as you find a deeper rhythm of breath. Let's start to come into child's pose. So opening up the knees as wide as it feels best to you right now. Big toes to touch, tops of the feet are down. Let the hips sink heavy towards the heels. And let's just slowly start to walk the hands forward and surrender the heart and the forehead down. So just taking a moment here to settle in, to welcome yourself to the practice. Feeling the hips sink heavy towards the heels as you lengthen out through your lower back. Reaching through the fingertips as you lengthen out through the side body. Forehead just gently resting on your mat. Feeling the flow of breath move in and out through your nose. Feeling the belly rise and fall as it fills up with air and gently releases. Taking this moment to set an intention for your practice. In honor of the root chakra, perhaps this intention is influenced by balance, stability, security, a sense of belonging. Slowly, maybe silently repeating to yourself, I am here. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Beautiful. Very slowly start to lift your head. Let's come back up. We're going to come back into tabletop, so guide the hands underneath the shoulders. Hips come back underneath the knees, spreading the fingers wide. So nice firm foundation here in the hands. Be very mindful that you're not dumping all the weight in your wrists. So really important that you shift the weight into the knuckle pads and the finger pads. Press the earth away, high-fiving the earth here, sending the back of the heart to the sky. Gaze is down so the neck is long. Together, big breath in. Big breath out. And let's start to warm up our spine. Inhale, drop the belly. Slowly start to arch the back, gliding the heart forward through the gate of the shoulders. Perhaps look up for cow pose. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, rounding mid-back, upper back, chin to chest, coming into cat. Flowing with your breath. Inhale, dropping the belly, arching the back, gazing up. Exhale, rounding through the spine like an ocean wave, coming into cat. Continue this movement for a few more cycles of breath, just waking up the spine, using your breath as your guide. Maybe even gently closing the eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. And just really bringing more attention, more awareness into the parts of your body here that are touching the earth. So your knees, your hands, the tops of your feet. Maybe even visualize that you're doing this in the dirt. So there is no mat. Just flowing freely with your breath. Last cycle here, in and out of your cow and cat. Good, and then coming back into stillness, pause in tabletop. Press the earth away, draw the navel in. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, release. Good. From here, sending the right leg back, let's flex through that right foot. So all 5 toes of the right foot point down. And just take a moment to notice the shift in the weight in your hands. Notice if you got a little bit heavier on that right hand, try to press just as much into the left. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, rounding knee towards nose. Inhale, finding extension. Exhale, rounding through the spine, knee to nose. Good. One more. Inhale, extend, lengthen out from heel to crown your head. Exhale, round. Good. Inhale, extending. Exhale, release the right knee down. For a moment here, let's tuck our toes under, shift the hips back, walk the hands towards the knees, and now we're at the back of our mat, coming into a toe tuck. Take a moment to use your fingers to make sure the pinky toes are on the mat. They often curl over. And let's breathe here. So again, we're focusing on our base, right? So our literal base of our body is our feet. So here we're stretching through the connective tissues, the fascia at the soles of the feet, which often get quite neglected in our practice. So here, let's start to stretch it. Sitting the weight into the heels, close the eyes, draw the shoulder blades down the back, and just resting your hands wherever it feels best. Already, you might already be feeling a lot of sensation. If it's painful, then all you have to do to come out or ease off is just take the hands forward. So lightening the load on the heels. So your decision here, how much you want to put into it. Let's just close our eyes and breathe. Breathing into the discomfort, but never pain. So if it's painful, just release it. If it's just not comfortable, see if you can explore that a little bit more with your breath. Just 2 more full cycles here. Maybe surrendering even more weight into the heels for this last round. Beautiful. Opening your eyes, the moment you've been waiting for. Hands down underneath the shoulders, untuck the toes, perhaps pat it out. All right, good. So we're going to come back to our spinal balance. Spread the fingers, pressing the earth away. Inhale, send the left leg back now. All 5 toes of the left foot point down, active in that back leg. Flexing through the back foot, press the earth away. So really powering up that left leg, pulling that left kneecap up, feel that left quadricep muscle fire up. Again, noticing the weight in the hands, try to make it even. Take a big breath in, exhale, round. Twice more, inhale, finding extension. Exhale, take it in. Once more, inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Beautiful. Inhale, finding extension, and then releasing the knee down. Good. Shake the hips side to side. And then pausing at the center. Take a big breath. Inhale, press the earth away. Let's get into the side body. Exhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Send the gaze to your right hip. Holding here for another breath. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, breathing even deeper into the left side body. Go ahead, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Gaze goes to the left hip. Holding for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, breathe into the right side body. Inhale, center. Tucking the toes under now. Exhale, downward facing dog. So slowly just start to come into your first downward dog shape. This upside down V. Taking a quick glance at your feet. Make sure your feet are about hips width distance apart. Your hands about shoulder width distance. And your index fingers are pointing somewhat forward. Active in the hands, so keep spreading the fingers. And let's move a little bit here. So exploring this shape. Finding whatever movements feel good to you right now. Perhaps bending the knees one by one. Pedal out the feet. Allowing one heel to be heavy as you bend the opposite knee. Stretching through the hamstrings here. Lengthening out through the back of the body, all the way up to the crown of your head. Perhaps getting into the side body, dropping heels one direction, and then switch the other direction. What would feel good to you? Good. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears, so really allowing the outer edges of the armpits to draw outward, as if your armpits are going to look at one another. So creating a lot of space in the upper back and the neck region. Maybe shake your head yes, no. And let's start to find some stillness here. So spread the fingers, really acknowledging the weight in the palms as well as the heels. Take a big breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Good. Making our way to the top of the mat. Inhale, look forward. Bend your knees. And as you exhale, slowly and gently start to walk forward towards the top. And we find a forward fold. Heel toe the feet a little bit wider. Maybe go a little wider than hips width distance here. Knees bend. Head is heavy. Maybe take hands to opposite elbow creases. Maybe gently rock side to side. Noticing the weight in the feet here. Is there more weight on one leg than the other? Try to balance it out. Here we're hinging from the hips, really just lengthening out through the lower back as we stretch to the hamstrings. Remember, you can always keep a little bend in your knees. You don't need to lock them. However, if your body's inviting you to straighten out the legs a little bit more, do so with care. Another breath here in your ragdoll, standing forward fold. And then releasing the hands back to the earth. Heel toe the feet back to either hips width distance or big toes to touch with the space in your heels. And here we're going to look at our toes in this fold. Lift all 10 toes up and then spread pinky toe all the way to the big toe. Really spread them wide. Pressing through the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, coming to a flat back. Exhale, fold and melt. Twice more. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold and melt. Once more, big breath. Inhale, draw the belly in, shoulders go back. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Beautiful. Bend the knees even more here. Tuck the chin into the chest. And let's just start to ripple up through the spine, wringing it out one vertebrae at a time until you come to standing and your gaze will be last. Any movement you want here. Adjust your clothing, drink water, whatever you need. Shake it out. Dance it out. All right. So we're at the top of our mat. Let's do a few rounds of sun salutation. So coming towards the top of your mat, spread the toes. Again, you can stand big toes to touch with the space in the heels, or for a little bit more stability and support, perhaps standing today with feet hips width distance. Opening up the palms alongside the body. Really power up the legs, so really feel that earth energy drawing up from the soles of the feet. Pulling the kneecaps up as the quadriceps engage. Feel neutrality in your pelvis. A slight tuck of the tailbone as the belly lifts up. Shoulders draw down the back. Neck is long. We even bring a slight tuck of the chin towards the chest. So feeling really stable here in this stance. Connecting to your breath. Slowly and gently open the eyes. Inhale, upward salute, reaching the palms up and overhead. Pray your hands to touch over the crown. Maybe look up at the thumbs. Bending the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Melting down, either swan dive forward or you can move through prayer. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Draw the navel in. Exhale, fold and melt. Planting the hands on the outside of the feet. Step back to high plank. Let's pause here first. So really finding a nice, strong, and supported high plank pose. Another option is just to drop the knees if you need to. If you want a little bit more, maybe rock front to back. Feel the belly fire up here. Maybe draw some little circles leading with the nose. Whole body is engaged here. And then finding stillness. Pressing the earth away, big breath in. Exhale, drop the knees down, lower to the belly for the first round. Untuck the toes, press through all 10 toenails, light on the hands, lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, bow it down. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, lifting the heart, hug the elbows in. Exhale, bow it down. Once more, inhale, lift, open the heart, hug the elbows into the side body. Exhale, lower down. Tucking the toes under, press to the knees. And then let's lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath here. Feel as if you're pressing the earth away with the hands. The heels are getting heavy. Heels are getting heavy. Length through the spine. Take another grounding breath in. And out. Inhale, looking forward between the palms, bend the knees, gently finding your way towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Rising to stand, inhale, reach it up, rise up and lengthen, maybe look up at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. So just taking a moment here, noticing how you feel. Really strong support in your base, your legs, your feet, your ankles. Feeling the strength and support of your breath. Releasing the hands down, open your eyes. Round 2, inhale, reach it up. Rise up, lengthen, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive or prayer, yogi's choice. Halfway lift, inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold and melt. Hands plant on the outside of the feet. Step back, high plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, knees down, lower to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lifting the heart. You can stay low for baby cobra. Maybe go a little higher. Exhale, bow down. Tucking the toes under, come to the knees. And then hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. One big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, finding your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and melt. Rise to stand, inhale, reach it up, lengthen up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Now this next round, we're going to do more breath to movement. Feel free to add Chaturanga Dandasana if that's in your practice. For those that are going to jump back today, please jump back to Chaturanga with the elbows bent so you can protect your shoulders, your wrists. All right, here we go. Release the hands. Let's take a cleansing breath together first. Inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Open the eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, out and away, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, melt it down. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, find your way through your vinyasa, either step or hop. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, now we're going to start to get into our leg sequence. Inhale, send the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the right knee, stack right hip over the left. So let's open up the hip here for a moment. Perhaps rotate out that right ankle. Maybe draw some circles on the ceiling with the right knee. Being mindful that we're really just isolating the opening in the hip. So notice if that right shoulder started to open up. Continue drawing the right shoulder down towards the earth. Take another breath. Good, and then returning to three-legged dog. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, draw the knee towards the right elbow. So right knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards the chest. Step or scoot that right foot between the palms. Drop your left knee down. All right, coming up to Anjunasana Low Lunge. Reach to the fingertips and settle in. So really important here, make sure you see your right big toe. Right knee is stacking over the right ankle. This will be a nice time to rotate out the wrists. Feel the hips drawing down towards the earth, but avoid the collapsing feeling. It's really energizing in the legs here. So what you want to be feeling is your right heel drawing back as your left knee is moving forward. So with that action, you should feel a slight lift. That's how active you want your legs. I personally tuck my back toes. It's lighter on my knee, but feel free to untuck them if you'd like. And let's pause here. Maybe sending the gaze up between the hands. Maybe even closing the eyes, looking in. Another big breath here. Beautiful. Slowly, as you exhale, release the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's send the hips back, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. So we're flexing through the right foot, right leg's extended, hips are going back and coming up onto the fingers for support, at least to start. Checking in with the hips, make sure that your hips are staying somewhat in line. So your left hip drawing forward, right hip back. Little micro bend in that right knee won't hurt. And what we're trying to focus on here is more length in the spine. So try to avoid just collapsing and rounding. Try to keep leading with your heart. Getting that nice juicy hamstring stretch in that right leg. Breathe. If you want to add a little bit of movement, maybe rock the hips right to left. For those that want to bow, try to bow down with a flat back, whether the fingertips walk forward or back. Keep breathing, one more breath. And slowly starting to take the hands back out in front of you. Plant the right foot, hands come down, step back, high plank, big breath in. Exhale your vinyasa, your way. Maybe chaturanga now. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment, notice how you feel right to left. Any little bits of movement you need. Strong foundation in the hands and in the feet, but also the strong foundation within, so your breath. Let's do that same sequence on the other side, starting with the left leg now. Inhale, left toes go high, three-legged dog. Opening up the hip, bend the knee, left hip stacks over, right? Being mindful that our left shoulder is still drawing down, maybe moving through the ankle. Maybe drawing circles on the ceiling with the left knee. Keep actively pressing the right heel into the earth. Feel that nice extension in the back of the right leg. Keep breathing. And then coming into three-legged dog, inhale, left toes go high. A little bit of core here. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, knee towards the chest. Step or scoot it in between the palms. Right knee softens down. If you need to, scoot your right knee back slightly. And let's rise up. Anjunasana Low Lunge. Rotate out the wrists if you'd like. Again, feel free to untuck the back toes if that feels better. Feeling that right hip draw forward and the left hip back. Soften the shoulders down the back body. And remember, a lot of energy in the legs. So feel as if you're going to crease the mat, the center of the mat. So fire up the legs here, as if you're pulling that left heel back, right knee forward. Maybe looking up. Maybe closing the eyes, looking in. Take another breath. Good. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits, fingertips come down, shifting the hips back. Draw the belly in, flexing through the front foot. Remember a little micro bend in that left knee. Perhaps exploring a little bit of movement, rocking the hips side to side. Maintaining length in your spine. Perhaps exploring walking the hands forward without collapsing in the chest. It's good. Leading with the heart, flexing that left foot. Really getting that nice juicy hamstring stretch in the left side. One more breath. Beautiful. Releasing the left foot back down. Plant the hands, step back. High plank, breathe in, send the left leg back. Exhale your vinyasa or rest. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Good. Opening the heart, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Notice how you feel. Just checking in. If at any time in this practice you need child's pose, feel free to take it. Good, another breath. Inhale, looking between the palms, bend the knees. Exhale, finding your way towards the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold and melt. Inhale, rise to stand, press through the feet, reach the fingertips up, out, and away. Now palms are reaching up. Let's keep the hands apart here. Let's play with a little bit of balance. Lifting the heels off the mat, coming into a toe balance here on the balls of the feet. Breathe. For an added challenge, maybe look up between the hands. Smile, one more breath. Exhale, hands to heart, release the heels. Notice how you feel, check back in. Any little adjustments you need to make. All right, slowly releasing the hands. I'm just gonna turn to face you, so you continue facing the front of your mat. And let's play with a little bit more balance. So we're gonna play with tree pose. Wouldn't be a Muladhara class if we didn't. So really imagining roots growing through the soles of your feet. Before we get started, just standing tall, facing the front of your mat, palms open alongside the body. Take a big breath in and out. Here with your eyes gently closed, just really imagine that your toes, with each breath, are starting to grow roots, rooting you into the earth, deeper and deeper with every breath. Anchoring you here into the present moment, strong, supported, steady. And maintaining that stability, gently open the eyes, relax the arms. Grounding down into the left foot, slowly bring the right knee up. Let's clasp the fingers on the outside of the right shin, standing tall, draw the right thigh towards the right ribs. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, and this is the start of the balance. So we're on that left leg here, pressing into that left foot. Maybe start to rotate out your right foot here. Fixing your gaze on one point will be really helpful for you here. So finding a drishti, a focal point, either down out in front of you or straight out. One more breath. Beautiful. And then very gently, using the help of that right hand if you need to, draw the right foot anywhere alongside the left leg, just not your knee. So maybe you start here with your toes on the ground, the right heel to the left calf, or rather left ankle. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you decide to explore a little higher and then you get into the calf. Or maybe you bring it all the way up to the inside of the left thigh. Yogi's choice. Wherever you decide to go though, try not to put too much pressure on the standing leg. So you don't want to just be pushing so much weight that your left hip just sinks out. So keep the core engaged here. We're rooting down through the left toes, left foot. And then taking your hands in really whatever position feels right to you. Maybe alongside the body, maybe on the hips. Or maybe we take the hands to heart. Perhaps growing the branches up and overhead, lengthening up through the crown, and just making this your own unique expression. Keep breathing. Continue imagining those roots growing through the soles of the feet, especially the left foot here, left toes, our roots anchoring you down. Take another breath, maybe smile, and releasing the hands. Back to heart, gently release the right foot. Pressing through the palms, still at the top of your mat. Inhale, send prayer hands up and overhead, maybe look up. Exhale, this time we're gonna cactus the arms, press the elbows down, press the hips forward for a slight back bend. So keep the glutes engaged here, protecting your lower back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, open the heart, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive or prayer, your choice. Let's take a moment here in your forward fold. You can bend the knees one by one, shake out your head. Maybe take the hands to the calves and pull yourself down slightly, finding a little bit more extension in your spine. Use the hands here to just massage the back of the legs if you wish. And then releasing the hands down. Resetting the spine, halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and melt down. Inhale, rise to stand, reach it out. Let's come back into the balance. So lifting the heels, coming onto the balls of the feet. Maybe look up, one more breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, notice how you feel right to left. Probably slightly heavier on one side than the other. Let's balance that out. One more breath here. And opening the eyes. Releasing the hands. All right, here we go. Grounding into the right leg this time. Slowly pull the left knee up. Clasp the fingers on the outside of the left shin as you draw the left thigh towards the left rib cage. Perhaps rotate out the left ankle. It just took a lot of weight. Standing tall, lengthening up through the crown of your head. Try to avoid the shoulders drawing up towards the ears, so keep the chest open. All right, and when you're ready, either using the hands or not, finding Vrikshasana tree pose. Remembering that that left foot can be anywhere alongside the right leg, just not the knee. So if the toes need to stay on the ground like a kickstand, heel to the above the ankle or the calf, or maybe you come here with me to the inner thigh. Reminding yourself not to just push all the weight into the standing leg, so you don't want to just sink your hip out. So stand tall, keep firmly pressing into the right foot. Taking your hands in whatever position feels best, and then starting to explore the balance. Rooting into the right foot. Your toes are growing roots, anchoring you into the earth, each and every breath. Any expression of the arms, just making it your own. Maybe smile. Sometimes when we're really focused, we look kind of angry, so check in with your face. You're doing great. Take another cycle of breath. Grow a little taller. Exhale, root a little deeper. And then slowly bringing the hands to the heart center. And releasing the feet. All right, shake it out. Release the hands. And actually something we can do here, something that's really good to do for the root chakra is, again, because it's the earth element, it's about your foundation, your support, and we're focusing on the legs. What we're going to do just for a moment is I just want you to start walking around your mat. Maybe stomping and just really like affirming your place here. So just kind of walking around. It's nice to do it with your eyes closed as long as you know you're not going to walk into anything. And this is about trusting yourself, since one of the elements of this chakra is security, stability, within yourself just as much as it is for the world around us. Take another cycle of breath. And then walk back towards the top of your mat and stop. Good. All right, opening up the palms, grounding down, especially after that stomping, you should feel a little bit more grounded in the feet. And let's continue. Inhale, reaching up, rise up, lengthen, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Inhale, halfway lift, coming into a flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step or float back, yogi's choice. Move through your vinyasa. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, let's meet in downward facing dog. So we're going to be adding on to what we were doing earlier with that low lunge. So here we go. Inhale, right leg float it high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, shoulder stack over wrists. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, draw the knee towards the chest, step or scoot it in between the palms. Left knee comes down, maybe send the left knee slightly back. Inhale, reaching up, rise up, lengthen through the side body. Exhale, settle in. Another big breath in. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits, fingertips come down, shift the hips back. Take another big breath in. And a big breath out, lengthen through the spine. All right, adding on. Slowly plant the right foot, this time right knee over wrist, right knee over ankle. Lift the back knee, so tuck the back toes. Let's come up into high lunge, crescent. If this is too much right now, feel free to just come back down to low lunge and bring the left knee to the mat. Maybe take a couple little bounces here. Power up that back leg so much that your left heel's going up instead of back. So feel that pulling up action, lifting through the crown of your head. Hips are neutral. Breathe. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, take the hands back down, hands underneath the shoulders, and let's straighten out the front leg for a wide version of pyramid pose. So front leg is straight, back heel is lifted. Keep trying to draw the left hip forward, right hip back, and you really want to firmly press into the right big toe mound of the right foot. That's really important here. Coming up onto the fingertips, long spine. Another big breath in. If you have the space without collapsing the chest, maybe bow as you exhale. Okay, coming back up, inhale, rebend the right knee, reaching up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. So let's plant the left heel down. You can relax the arms for a moment. Make sure that your right heel is bisecting the arch of the left foot. If this is too wide, heel toe that back foot in. And when you're ready, reaching and extending through the fingers. Take a quick glance down, make sure you see your right big toe. And let's settle in. Right knee stacking over the right ankle. Soften the shoulders. Feel the pelvis lifting up as the tailbone tucks under. And breathe. Spreading through the fingers, nice strong foundation in the feet. Strong legs, full breath. One more here. Good. Keeping the legs as they are. Inhale, flip the right palm up, reverse warrior. So bring the right fingertips up, left fingertips slide down the left leg, or maybe play with a bind today. Bend your left elbow. Maybe try to grab the top of the right thigh if you have space. Right knee still bending, still opening up the hips, as well as lengthening out through the right side body. Take another breath in. Hold for the breath out. Good. Very slowly come back to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Cartwheel the hands down. Frame the front foot. Back heel lifts. Step back either to high plank or maybe floating plank. Right toes are floating. Exhale your vinyasa. Inhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Breathe it in. If you need child's pose, it's there for you at any time. 2 more breaths. Good, 1 more. All right, left side, inhale, left toes go high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to chest, step or scoot it in between the palms. Wiggle the back toes back as the right knee comes down. Inhale, rising up, Anjunasana. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reaching through the fingertips a little higher. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Another big breath, inhale. Exhale, hold, maybe bow the flat back. Good, releasing that left foot down. Back toes are tucked. Left knee stacks over left ankle, rise it up. Crescent lunge. So maybe take some time, bounce it out. If you need to, wiggle the back toes back so that right heel's going up instead of behind you. Strong legs, full breath. Good. Getting ready for our wide pyramid pose. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hands sweep forward and down, straighten the front leg. Really pressing into the big toe mound of the left foot. Hips are square. Keep drawing the belly in. Another big breath here, lengthen out. Exhale, maybe bow without collapsing the chest. Good. Inhale, coming back up. Rebend the left knee, rise back up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two, right heel spins down. So finding that heel to arch alignment again. Feel the belly drawing in, hips opening, really strong here. Nice fierce warrior gaze to the front fingertips. Take a quick glance down. Make sure you see that left big toe. Breathing here, shoulders softening down the back body. Shoulders over the hips, really pressing into the right heel. Spreading through the fingers, another breath. Good, and then keeping the legs as they are, just flip the left hand up. Inhale, reach it up and back, exalted warrior. Optional bind, bending the right elbow. Maybe finding the top of the left thigh with the right hand. Breathe. Opening up to the left side. One more inhale. One more exhale. Good, releasing the bind, come back to warrior two, gazes forward, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot, back heel lifts, plank or maybe floating plank. Keep the left toes lifted. Exhale, your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. So we're going to be doing that again. Strong, firm foundation in the legs. Strong, firm foundation with our breath. Good. One more here. All right, here we go. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee towards the chest, step or scoot it forward. Back knee drops. Inhale, rising up, one breath up. Exhale, our breath down, takes the fingertips to the earth, and we shift the hips back. Let's keep flowing. Inhale, plant the right foot, lift the back knee, rise up, crescent. Exhale, wide pyramid, straighten the front leg as the fingertips come down. Inhale, bend the right knee, rising back up, high crescent. Exhale, warrior two, left heel plants down. Inhale, reverse warrior, tip it back, right fingertips up. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot. Yogi's choice, flow or rest. Finding the heart opener of your choice. Meeting in a nice strong downward facing dog for 3 breaths, or child's pose if you need it. Breathe. Getting ready for the left side. Inhale, left toes go up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, knee towards the chest, step or scoot it forward. Right knee comes down, rise it up. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands sweep under, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Keep flowing. Inhale, plant the front foot, lift the back knee, rise up, crescent. Exhale, pyramid pose, hands come down. Inhale, coming back up into high crescent, left knees bent. Warrior two, exhale, right heels down. Inhale, reverse warrior, tip it back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, back heel lifts, stay strong, your choice, flow or rest. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Great job. 3 breaths here. Reconnecting, establishing that foundation, not only in the external world, but in the internal. Beautiful. Very gently come down to the knees, finding your version of child's pose, either with wide knees, or maybe the knees a little closer together, hands forward, or maybe back by the feet. Noticing how you feel, checking in with all the different layers of yourself, the body, the mind, the heart space, the emotional body. Just noticing what's present here. Beautiful. Very slowly start to come up into tabletop. Hands right underneath the shoulders, hips over the knees. Spread the fingers. Grounding down into the left hand. Let's take a twist. So inhale, opening the heart. Right hand reaches high. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm sweeps under. Right shoulder comes to the mat. Right temple rests. Either keeping the left hand right by the face or maybe exploring reaching the fingertips forward. One of my personal favorite things to do here is reach the left hand up and then bending at the elbow, taking the bind, either just resting the back of the left hand on the outside of the right hip, or if you have space, grab the top of the right thigh. Let's breathe here. Actively pressing into the top of the right hand as we stretch to the outer right shoulder. Noticing the parts of your body in contact with the mat right now. One more breath. And then let's release that left hand back by the face. Spread the fingers, pressing into the left palm. Inhale, right hand sweeps high. Exhale, right hand comes down. Take a moment here, maybe sway the hips right to left. If you need a gentle cow and cat, go ahead. And then pause here, just finding a moment in stillness in your tabletop. Perhaps close the eyes. Really acknowledging the ground beneath you, feeling the support of the earth below your hands, below your feet. And then opening up the eyes, grounding into the right hand this time. Inhale, left hand goes high, open, twist to the left. Exhale, thread the needle, taking the left hand under, gently releasing the left shoulder to the mat, left temple rests. Either exploring the fingertips moving forward. You can keep the right hand by the face, or maybe you take the bind. Bending at the right elbow, resting the back of the right hand on the outside of the left hip, or grabbing the top of the left thigh. Actively pressing into the top of the left hand here. Stretching through the outside of the left shoulder. Finding your breath. Relaxing your face. Good, one more. Slowly and gently releasing the right hand back by the face. Spread the fingers wide. Press into the right palm. Inhale, reaching the left hand high. Open twist. Exhale, left hand comes down. One round of cow and cat. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, looking up. Exhale, take it down. Good, coming back to center. From here, we're just going to sit back onto our heels, swing the legs out in front of us, and come to a seat. So coming down to a seat, shake out your legs, show your legs some love. Great job. All right, flexing through your feet here, removing the flesh from the sitting bones, sitting up really tall. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Inhale, maybe look up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Releasing the hands wherever it feels best. And here you really want to think more about belly to thigh rather than nose to knee. So again, we're still striving to find length in our spine. Shoulders draw down the back body, heart's opening up. We're not forcing ourselves down in any way. In fact, maybe even just palms up, or for grounding, palms down. Breathe, leading with your heart. Maybe closing the eyes and imagining that red glowing light at the base of your spine. Muladhara, your root chakra, associated to stability, security. It's your foundation. Breathe. And then slowly opening the eyes. If you're holding on to something, just lightly let go. Let's wring it out, ripple all the way up. From here, take the hands back behind the hips, spread the fingers, draw the feet together. We're going to come into reverse plank. So squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another, send them down the back as the heart lifts. Inhale. Exhale, press into the heels, point the toes, and lift the hips up. Breathe here. If this is too much in your wrist, just drop the hips back down. If you have space in your neck and you want to open up to the throat a little bit, just drop the head back. Strong legs here. Another big breath. Lift the hips even higher, softening through the lower back. Exhale, gently come back down to the earth. Good. Shake out the legs. All right, let's take a twist. So keep your left leg extended. Let's bend the right knee, plant the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Take the right fingertips behind you, as close to the base of your spine as you can to support your back. You have options always. So first option for the twist, maybe just taking the right knee in the crook of the left elbow and just resting your left palm on the outside of your right thigh. Another option, a little bit deeper, bending the left elbow, take it to the outside of the knee. If you have a bind practice, then you can walk the right foot forward a little bit and take the fingertips in that keyhole and try to clasp, but don't force anything that's you're not ready for. So finding your twist, flexing the left foot, inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, gently twisting from the belly. Big breath in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twisting from the ribs, the chest. One more breath, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, maybe looking over the right shoulder, but don't force it. And then slowly unwind, bring the gaze back, release the arms, release the legs, shake it out. And when you look down, what's kind of fun to check in with is maybe it looks like one leg is longer than the other. At least it does on my body. How does it look for you? There's no wrong or right way. If you're like, what is she talking about? It doesn't matter. Just something interesting to note. So let's lengthen out to the other side. Bend the left knee, plant the foot on the outside of the right knee, flex your right foot here. Bring the left fingertips behind you, and again, finding your version of the twist. Inhale, lifting through the crown of the head, lengthen. Exhale, twisting a little bit to the left. Twice more, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, a little bit more. Once more, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twisting to the left, maybe sending the gaze over the left shoulder. And then unwind, bring the gaze, and then release the arms, release the legs, shake it out. All right, before we come to our back, let's bend our knees, plant your feet, about hips width distance apart, toes are facing forward. Hands come back behind the hips. We're going to reopen the front line of the body again, but this time we're going to do it through reverse tabletop. So make sure your fingertips are facing forward. If they need to go slightly out, that's fine. Pressing into the palms, spread the fingers, press into the feet. Inhale, lift up. Drawing the heart up towards the sky. This is also a nice wrist stretch. If it feels okay, you can rock front to back. And if it feels good and you want to drop the head back, go for it, but keep breathing. Opening up through the heart, really firm foundation here in the hands and the feet. Sending your love and gratitude into the earth below. One more breath. Beautiful, coming back down. All right, scooting forward. And however you'd like to come to your back is up to you. Maybe using the hands, maybe not. If you want to do a little bit more core work, you can come through boat pose. Let's just start to come down. For a moment, let's just extend the legs up to the sky. Our legs just did a lot of work in this practice. Let's show them even more love. Maybe use your hands once again. Massage the legs. Rotate out the ankles. Flex and point the toes. Really feeling your sacrum, the back of the pelvis pressing into the mat. Tuck your shoulder blades down the back. Maybe palms down or maybe palms up. Up to you. Palms down, a little bit more grounding. Palms up, a little bit more surrender. Maybe just close the eyes. So here in waterfall pose or legs up the wall pose, but obviously without the wall, we're just really showing our legs a little bit more love. Allowing all the blood to flow from the legs towards the heart. Nice release for the heart. Bringing all this fresh oxygenated blood that you've cultivated in this practice to the heart center. Giving your legs a break, letting them feel light and free. And just thanking not only your legs, your feet, your ankles, but your whole body, your whole self for being here today. For all that you just did, and all that you will continue to do on and off your mat. As you continue just building on that foundation, that is you, your truth, your light. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Gently start to bend the knees, plant the feet to the earth. Let's come into bridge pose. So walk the heels in towards the glutes. Make sure you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Toes are still facing forward. Gently pressing into the feet, lift the hips up. Perhaps interlace the fingers at the lower back, gliding the shoulder blades down the back even more as we lift through the heart, lengthening the tailbone towards the heels, really lifting through the hips. Try to soften through your glutes here and breathe. Really feeling this foundation, the parts of your body that are connected to the earth below. Using your breath as a guide to explore this shape a little deeper. Each inhale filling up with even more nourishing life force energy as the hips lift a little higher. Each exhale rooting you down. One more big breath here. And then gently start to untuck the shoulders, release the hands, come back to the ground. Good, opening up the arms like wings, like a big capital T, or if you want to get into the shoulders a little bit more, you can cactus your arms like goal pose. And then from here, we're going to lift the hips, scoot the hips over to the right, place them down, and let's just drop both knees to the left as we take our supine twist. So we really want to make sure both shoulder blades are still on the ground. The twist is happening from the belly button down. If you'd like to add a little bit more here, maybe lifting your left heel, place it on top of your right thigh, adding a little bit of weight. If that's too much, just release the heel back down. If you want to add your eagle bind of your legs, go for it. Otherwise, just stay as you are. Keep feeling the heaviness of that right hip here. As we just wring out our spine. Breathe. Maybe looking off to one side, whether it's left, or maybe right. Maybe we just keep the gaze right where it was, the head neutral. Take another big breath. And releasing the left heel back down. Let's bring the gaze back up to center, knees come back up to center, and we'll just take it to the other side. So pick the hips up, scoot them to the left, and then when you're ready, knees fall to the right. Either exploring lifting the right heel this time, placing it on top of the left thigh, or taking your eagle bind, either gazing to one side or maybe just keeping it neutral. Bringing that attention inward, focusing on that red glowing light at the base of your spine, Muladhara, root chakra. Another part about building this foundation is acknowledging what is not needed. So it's also about release. So in this twist, maybe thinking about whatever's no longer serving you, what's not helping you build upon this foundation, what's not helping you grow. See if you can let it go. Releasing it with each and every exhalation. Another breath here. And then slowly releasing the right heel, bringing the knees back up, releasing the bind. If you took the eagle legs, hips come back to center. Let's give ourselves a big hug. So draw the knees into the chest, maybe gently rock side to side. Nice time to rotate out ankles again, flex and point the toes. And then coming into stillness here on your back, flexing the feet to the sky. Let's come into happy baby. So grabbing hold of where it feels right to you, either outer edges of the feet, peace fingers to big toes, or maybe we grab a little lower today. That's okay. The hands can always come to the back of the thighs. Keep in mind we want our spine to be long, rooting into the earth, so make sure that your tailbone's still anchoring you down. Your shoulders are still grounding, so your heart's opening here, as well as your hips. Maybe exploring some movement if you haven't done so already, rocking side to side. Really feeling this nice, beautiful opening in your hips. Perhaps extending the legs one by one, maybe both. And then very slowly starting to bend the knees back down, releasing the feet. Let's pause for a moment here. Just let your feet go wide, about mat's width distance. Knees rest on one another, and I invite you to bring one hand to belly and one hand to heart. So your knees are resting on one another, your feet are out wide, mat's width distance. Shoulder blades drawing down the back as the heart slightly lifts. Just take this moment to tune into your breath even more. Again, acknowledging your foundation. So the literal foundation below you, your mat, the floor. And then going even deeper beyond the floor, beyond the mat, into the earth. Going into the dirt, past all the roots of the trees and the plants. Going even deeper as you make your way into the earth's crust. And eventually making your way towards that red molten lava right at the center of the earth. Glowing color red. And with each breath, really filling up with this nourishing earth energy, this grounding energy. With each exhalation, releasing all that's not serving you today, that's not supporting this grounding, that's not supporting your foundation. Together we take a deep breath in through the nose, feel the back of the pelvis, really press into the mat here. Exhale, let it go. Very gently start to widen the knees, releasing the arms alongside the body, extending the legs one by one as you set up your final rest of Shavasana, whatever that looks like to you today. Perhaps taking the legs a little wider, the arms a little bit farther away from the side body. And just start to release even more. Coming back to your natural rhythm of breath. Relaxing your face. Relaxing your whole body. As we just integrate everything we just did in that practice. We settle into the earth below. The mantra you might silently repeat to yourself here. I am safe. I am secure. I am grounded. I am safe. I am secure. I am grounded.